Hello, guys. Hello. You guys hear me? Yo. Hello. Yo. Hello. I want to talk about like evilness doesn't have a face. I mean, it kind of does in a way. You can tell somebody is evil or have grimy intentions. It's a lot of people do, especially people with authority. Since they have authority, they tend to be garnered a lot more respect. You know what I'm saying? From people respect and admiration since they're high. But people don't look at the bad side of them, or if this person is really grimy, they look at it the spotlight this person has. A lot of people are grimy and evil. I'll say half the population is, because there are some good people who try to do right. A lot of people are grimy, like evil. Like evilness does have a face to it. You can just tell by somebody's body language, their posture, attitude, if it measures up to what they say. A lot of people could fake it, but there's gonna be a flaw. A lot of people try to make adjustments to it because that's how they are. They're gonna try to craft it, but there's always gonna be one thing missing. A lot of people don't pick up on it because they're invested on this person's image. They're trying to get something, so that other person takes advantage of that. The feeling somebody is feeling because whether they lack something, they want something, or they need a favor, they're gonna do that. Like a person might look harmless. They're trying to like get something from you or tell you something, but you don't know if this person is lying. You can just tell like there may be inconsistencies in their story, or like they 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 just blame a lot. Like you can just tell. A lot of people just aren't able to pick up on it. I can just tell when somebody's trying to like run the game or try to like manipulate me. Like I ain't dumb. Like I've been around. Like I see like person can try to come across as harmless to me, whatever they want or nice. I'm gonna pick up on it. They trying to like do some shit because I'm gonna see in their body language they're fidgety, they're weird. They just keep looking both ways. Yeah, if they're looking both ways, then they're not up to no good, bro. If they fidgeting and they kind of scared, they look anxious. You can't trust a lot of those type of people because it's a setup. They usually have somebody on standby, so they gotta look around or like they're fidgety, they're inconsistent, they're trying to match up, and they feel like they can't really like get what they have to say with you because you're figuring them out. You're figuring them out or whatever. Let it be a weaker target, they would be perfect, but it's like people just don't see that when people, man. People try to put on this act like they're harmless, but you can just tell when somebody is really feeling a certain way, who is really a victimized, who is really a victim. There was gonna be a real emotion in them. You're gonna look at their eyes, you know, like they're hopeless. But people are just gonna put on an act to get what they want, man. That's just what it is, and you gotta pick up on it, you know. Like that person, that FTX guy who scammed people. He looked like a harmless kid or whatever, and he scammed over like $30 billion, and he was white too, some white kid. Like, you know, he scammed, and I could just tell he's grimy. Like the way he like smirks or his eyes, he's just grimy. Like somebody is grimy or like evil. Their eyes just like a laser focused eyes. They're trying to like study you. Like it's like a smirk, like a laugh. Like it's a demon, man. A lot of people are just demons, bro. Like a lot of people just can't pick up on stuff like that. I can just tell, man. Like you got to be careful. There's a difference between an intelligent person and there's a difference between a person who manipulates things, who takes things which is original and he puts it as his own and he steals. That's not an intelligent person. That's a stealer. It's not. That's not intelligent. A lot of people see smart people, whatever, they look smart, and these people look like they could be credible but the truth is they're not smart. They're crafty. They're manipulated. They take things or whatever they see and they put them apart to make it look a certain way, which is not. And people don't see it because people are cut up on the image, you know, trying to have the best fit, instead of looking. So people want to get better at the image they portray, you know. So yeah, bro, like you can just tell how somebody's evil, like when you're talking to them, they'll change like the subject, or not even just that, like when they're talking to you, it's like they're zoning in, like they want to learn more. Like, of course, if somebody's interested in you, their eyes are gonna be bubbly, or like they're gonna like smile, like they're gonna be blushing, you know. But when they like, it's like it's like a type of smirk they have, like they're studying you, like they're like trying to zone into like, yeah, you got to be careful. People who try to study you and want to learn more, because they could be trying to like do something to you or whatever. Like it really gets that bad, and I see that within a lot of people, so I get the fuck away from them. Because people just be grimy like that. Like a lot of people you won't even think is grimy. You just got to pay attention to the signs. A lot of times they will be like underlyingly, because they'll be indirect, because people just have these type of cues, so it can lower people's guards down. But if you really pay attention, then this person can really be grimy. Like, you know, people just don't look at it. Like, if you're a person who just pays attention to people's body language or looks at people in the eye, you're gonna pick up on that shit instantly. A lot of people don't do that. They be just doing small talk and get what they want to leave. No, I see that shit instantly. I want to know who the fuck you are. Like, I want to make sure you are solid. If you're not solid, then I can't trust you. If you're not solid, then I'm not gonna speak to you. I'm gonna get away from you. If I feel something wrong with you, I'm not gonna talk to you, bro. I'm gonna make it small talk and I'm just gonna leave. And I see that within a lot of people. Like they're funny. If somebody got a funny vibe or they're sideways or inconsistent, I don't talk to them. I don't talk to people who are uncertain. Like I just don't do it. Like a lot of times they'll try to take advantage of you, or like take that for granted, or use it a certain way. Like, so I don't do that. You got to be sure of yourself. Like if you give me a funny vibe, or you don't nah, I don't. Unless you're illiterate, you're dumb, okay, that's different. Or you're slow, okay, that's a little different. But if you're just unsure and you're that, I'm not gonna take that. I'm just gonna just get away from you. You're giving a funny vibe. If you're giving a sideways vibes and you're cool and I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. I don't. You gotta just start taking people's temperatures to see if they're genuine. Like if somebody's trying to just sell you something instead of trying to help you of what you need help with, then better to sell. Then you would just know if they really like are the real deal. You know what I'm saying? But people could do that because they could be playing on emotion, make you feel a certain way, so you can feel that to enough for you to grab your attention to eventually get what they need to get from you. You know, they want to see if they can make you feel that like they're gonna take the slow route with you too. So you got to pay attention to it with people, man. I see it. Especially like you know one of my cousins or whatever try to like scam me or like on some weird shit, like trying to like you know get me to do shit. Like I already picked up on it. Like he was trying to be funny, like the way he was texting. Like I already know he got a really like. I already know, like, it's whatever, man. I don't really care. A lot of people just be having funny vibes. Like, just pick up on the vibe of somebody. Like, is it good? There's no really gray area. Like, is it bad? Like, it's like draining. Like, that means that person is up to no good. Like, the vibe is funny. Like, you know. Do you get warm around them, or like do you feel a discomfort? Like you talking to somebody telling you about their problems or whatever. How do you feel? Like, do you feel like you're helping them, or do you feel like you're trying to help them, but it's like it's kind of draining to talk to them? Like, you know, like it's just it's uneasy when they're speaking. Like you trying to understand, but it's like they're making it hard for you to understand. Yeah, that person are just they're trying to drain your energy. Like that's just the truth. They're trying to like be depressed and make it like to waste your time. People would just tell you it clearly so you could help them, and eventually they'll return the favor. But if you're talking to them and they're making it confused and you just trying to understand and just like you're feeling drained and trying to think of things to say, they're doing that on purpose, bro, to drain you. Like that's what people will try to do. You got to be careful. Unless like, you know, they're in some war torn country, they're like in a war zone and they're hurt and they can't, they lost their words and they're injured. Okay, that's different. But if it's like a person you're on the phone with or you're talking, then they're just giving off a funny vibe and you just leave them alone. You know, you'll feel a funny vibe with somebody if it's like the words are not matching up or like it doesn't feel right. You know, especially when they're telling you something or like they're not telling you in a way for you like to understand it all the way. Like, you know, or you're feeling like drained and uneasy around them, that's when they're giving you a funny vibe, you know? So you got to really pay attention to it. Even if somebody is smiling, they do it, or like they're shaking your hand firmly. You can pick up the vibe as like if it's real or not, like if it's some warmth or it's like fake, it's forced, you know? Just how they just be trying to do that. They're just trying to get you out of the way. Like, you know what's funny? It's like serious. Like you may think like it's like a warmth. You may get it confused, but it's not a warmth. It's a funny type of energy. Like they're running game on you. Like it's like they're laughing because they're able to do it. So it's like they're just talking to you with a smiley face, but it's just evil. Like that's just what it is with people, man. And you gotta just pay attention to that. You know, and a lot of times these people too, they'll throw like slick insults. You know, you gotta pick up on that too. Subliminals. You know, it may seem like evilness doesn't have a face, but you gotta look at the body language, the cues, the tonalities, all these things you have to pick up on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have them in order so you could really depict if this person is genuine or not. You know, don't like overlook it. Don't overlook one flaw or whatever. You gotta look at everything. Like a lot of people won't do that. Like they gotta be good across the board. You know, I'm not saying they're perfect. You know, but I'm just saying like they're gonna be solid at least, like decent. But usually there's two or more flaws within them. But yeah, man, you gotta just see. You know, let me a smile like this person's happy to help. Okay, that's different. But never be a smile like I got you. Like, oh yeah, this plan is working. It's like pride. You know, there's a happiness smile, and there's a smile of pride. Like I got you. Like I got this person. Like it's like a smirk behind it. So don't fall for it. You know, and of course they're smiling because they're getting a benefit, so they're feeling joy. But that is just really just pride. Because what they're doing is working their plan. their insidious plan is working. To come with a smile. You know, you gotta know how to pick up on it. You know, and that's just what it is.